Hey there, happy Sunday. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I just want to go over some particular stocks that I'm watching for next week and my positions. Again, I did drop a video on my channel this past weekend. Again, pretty much just goes over what I trade. Again, I did one earlier this year, but I just thought about doing one, and if you happen to watch it, go check it out. Pretty much just goes over the 3 pillars of trading success, in my mind, okay? But yeah, check it out. But yeah, so as I mentioned, again, all this is for educational only. Don't take it as advice, okay? I'm still becoming consistent. Again, I pretty much found a system, and that's the one thing I want to emphasize again. In every video I do is you have to find out who you are as a trader, and that takes time, that takes screen time, that takes studying to pass, that takes, really one word is grit. As I mentioned, how bad do you want this? You don't have to do this, but if you really want to excel in anything in life, in trading that is, you have to be different than the rest. You have to be different than most people, and you have to keep a database of stock charts like you see here. Again, I'm going to say this in probably every video I do. You have to do this. This is what it takes, okay? But my positions, I'm long DVLT and I am long BE. Great charts. I'll go over the reasons for that, and pretty much this past week was the largest of the year so far for me. Beyond Meat doubled my account in 2 days. It was pretty much, this is pure momentum. I did a video lesson on this particular stock already, but it's purely momentum. Again, you need momentum to grow your account. But pretty much I got long after the first day, the first run up is when I got long. And I sold into the gap, then I rebought as it took out VWAP, it reclaimed, and I swung it the entire way, and I pretty much sold. Sold some pre-market, and I sold the rest in the market open. That was the biggest, that doubled my account. I had roughly 14,000 shares of that, from about 250 average. So that was a great trade, you have to understand, master a couple of setups, and that's all you need to do, okay? DVLT is my bread and butter. You should already see what I'm about to tell you. The same type of patterns over and over again. It's pretty much the same thing. As I said, stock that makes a big move, pulls back in some way on a moving average and goes again. It's the same stuff. So of course you see here, the first initial run up, pull back towards a 10-day, and you have that tightness on the daily chart. And again, as I mentioned, the best stocks test that level and they break. It's showing the pattern is valid. Therefore, on Friday, when I saw price alerts, I got long at 250s. I did not expect this to break out at all Friday. It has had a great move, momentum to say. But I kind of, sometimes you don't really want to anticipate it, but I kind of did. But I saw the chart was there. So I took a stab. Again, with this strategy, you want to get in really at market open, opening range highs. Use really, again, the lower the time frame, the higher the fail rate. Sometimes the best time is wait 10 minutes. As long as the stock is not greater than the average true range, which on this stock it's 43 cents. Meaning it's up $1.15, it's up $1.17 on the day, and the ATR is 43 cents. You don't want to buy it up here. No, you want to buy it on a dip or something, because you don't want to chase something up here that's stupid. But yeah, I got long pretty much right here, 250s. I'm swinging this. It's a swing trade, and yeah, we'll see what happens to this one. This is pretty much the exact same thing that I do over and over again. It's a hot theme, AI theme. ADR is roughly 25%, and look at the volume. Again, always focus on volume, and always, as I say, focus on stocks that are linear. Look, this is very linear. It's the hottest stock in the market. So we'll see on that one. Who knows? AI, I know AI is going to be a hot trend in the future, for sure. AOI is one I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, DVLT, we'll see what happens on that one. Another one which I kind of butcher, I should be long, is NUAI. This is 5-star, same type of deal. AI, this is energy. But I pretty much was chasing this stock up, and this is a mistake I want to show you. As I just mentioned, you don't want to chase a stock greater than the average true range. I did, and I kind of broke my rules, and that's the art of trading. It's going to happen sometimes, okay? But pretty much the same premise. The stock makes a big move, numerous entries, opportunities, but makes a big move, bases, it has that range, and you want to buy it as it's breaking that range. And I missed the initial entry was 450, or even 5 really, but 450, and I missed it, mainly because buying power. I was long AMD and DVLT and Open, which I'll go over. Somewhat over trading, I admit it, but the pattern's still valid. And this is going to be a great swing trade in my opinion, because number one, it's a recent IPO, so the chart is fresh, okay, and it closed really well. But I got long pretty much in the 590s. Not good at all. Because as I mentioned, you don't want to buy a stock higher than the ADR. You want to get a stock, and you don't want to buy a stock when it's up more than the average true range on a dip. But I was buying it pretty much in here. Again, I was risking. I don't risk low. No, when I'm buying more than the ATR, I risk previous resistance levels, like 520. Pretty much the reason why I was buying there, because I was kind of anticipating the daily break of 621, and we had an exact double top. So that's kind of good in a sense. Whenever it tops out like that, that's a sign of, okay, it's building a resistance level. So there's more odds of this going higher. So this is on top watch for next week. It did close quite well. I wouldn't be surprised if this gaps up over that daily chart resistance. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? But keep this one on your watch list. Okay, study past movers. So that's one. Another one, I'm long. Well, not long. I'm long DVLT and BE. BE is a great swing trade. I'm long from about 99 average. Again, the best moves are the ones that I've ran before. And again, look at this, how they base on the moving averages. That's one thing I emphasized in the video earlier, is the best stocks based on moving averages, leaders in a sense. And again, we talked about momentum shift. Whenever a stock is on backside, is whenever these EMAs are declining. But whenever they reclaim, that's when they gain their strength and value. So I pretty much saw that pattern. I got long pretty much on this bounce day here off the 20 EMA. That's when I got long. I got long $98, risking low of day, and it's been turning out really well so far. It's a great trade. I'm up about 20. Well, I'm up a pretty good amount already. So with this, we just troll 10 day. You'll see what happens. I'll likely sell some on Monday. But we'll see. Nobody's gonna sell randomly. I know the stock moves a lot slower, so I use a wider stop. But $98 was my average. I was using this 95 area as risk, but trying to be a good trade. So that's that one. But another one I was long that kind of, it's still on watch, is Open. Again, previous runners can run again. Okay, look at this momentum leader. This was up nearly thousands %, and now we're in this range, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'm watching this right here. This is the MACD. Again, use fewer indicators, but this is pretty much shows you momentum. And I love how we're pretty much flagging right here. So it's going to come to the point to where what we're going to do. And also how it's basing on the moving averages, as you can see there. So it's a 5-star setup. I did get long at 760. Well, no, I somewhat chased this. Let's go intraday here. I got long right into this dip at roughly $8, aiming for that. It's pretty much like an ABCD pattern. You have the spike, you have B, you have C, and you have the D. Meaning like a stock, ABCD is like a stock that makes a big move, pulls back, then goes again. Like this being the A, being the initial spike, B being the resistance level, risk level, C is where you buy, risking B, and D is when you sell into the profits. That's what I was thinking with this, but we didn't get it. No big deal. It's still in a range, I think. So that's why I don't want to hold it overnight. It's still in a range. I want to buy it just right. So if it breaks over 840 this week, That's going to be a great buy signal in my opinion. On this one, that is, because number one, recent runner, number two, momentum, and the short interest is extremely high on this. Okay, so that's one I'm watching for sure. On that one open, I wouldn't be surprised because we really didn't have like a blow off top on this move, and most of these runners, I mean, this was just a steady grind up. It was a steady grind up. We didn't have like except the initial run up here. We didn't have like a parabolic. It was a steady grind the entire way up. So yeah, that's what I'm watching on that one. AMDL was a great setup. Congrats to those who missed it. I didn't have buying power. AMDL was a great as well ETF. It just moves so slow, but I mean the chart pattern's there, so congrats to those who bought it. That's really other ones I'm watching for sure. Let's see here. Again, energy has been a hot theme lately. I like the ticker path. It's setting up very nicely. Again, same thing, big run, pullback, and nice basing towards these moving averages here in nice ranges. It's developing a range. So we'll see. Ideally over 17. That'll be a great buy signal on this one. It's ADR is roughly 7.3%, so it's valid. But yeah, that's that one. Pretty much just following BE is energy. So yeah. Let's see. So I have some other ones as well. I posted my entire watch list on my Twitter account, so I'm not going to go by every one of them because I don't want this to be long. So go check that out. I'm still waiting for a potential metal bounce. Minerals had a hot theme play. UAMY is one I'm watching. It's basing really well. More sideways the better, but this is pretty much what you want to see. You know, the more sideways this goes, the more areas to test that resistance level and it's failing is better, and it's making higher lows, as you can see here. So it is one to watch. It's a backlist play. Have price alerts on it. Over really 1240, 1250, but otherwise it likely will fade. Another one I'm watching is in the aerospace field, ASTS. This has been a great runner of recently. Again, big run, pullback, nice flagging pattern right here. We'll see what happens. If they have any news, I'm over 75 price alerts on this. And again, when I'm mentioning all of these stocks, you know, the most of the work is done after hours. You know, you don't want to just, you want to come to the market prepared, you know, and most of the time it's just playing the odds, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much, there's a lot more, but not really. Most of the stuff is just waiting on ranges and waiting on bounces and waiting on price alerts. And that's how you trade. You know, you set price alerts, and whenever you get a price alert, you pretty much know in your head already, okay, this is what the stock can do. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to show you here. Because most of the days, I mean, I just come to the market and see what's gapping up and just go from there. MBTS, I had a trade on it. You already know. I'm watching it. It's a semi-name. I love how it's basing really well right here. Pretty much setting a nice little flag pattern. So we'll see what happens. Over 1480.15. If there's any news on this, the ADR is high. It's roughly 14%. So, and again, long-term chart. You know, it's a recent runner, so it's basing really nicely. We'll see on this one. Backlist for sure. But that's pretty much all I want to go over. Again, most of the job in trading is just waiting. Okay. PL is another one. You know, look how it's basing on the daily chart here. Hopefully you can reclaim and hold today, but we'll see. Most of it's just waiting. Okay. Don't think trading doesn't have to be confusing. But yeah, path. I think I already went over path. Yeah, I already went over path. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, focus on your setups this entire week. Set parameters and remember trade setups. CRML as another metal theme. I'm watching. Really haven't had a bounce yet. In most of these sector plays, we have a bounce in. So I'm watching it. Over 1650, I will watch for. But even EOS, energy, same type of deal, kind of with Oklo and BE, and with, which one was the other one? Path, I believe. Same deal. Look how it's flagging really well. Again, I always say look left. Focus on stocks that are linear. You know, that's how you know they're momentum leaders if they're running. But it's pretty much the same premise. You know, this freaking basing on the daily chart, and look at the hourly chart here. So I'm watching it. Over 1650 is going to be the one to watch for. But yeah. Other positions, I'm long DVLT and BE. The main one I'm watching for tomorrow is NUAI. I will buy this if this does break out convincingly. It's a 5-star setup. It's the highest ADR in my list here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, focus on your setups, as I would say over and over again. Don't trade randomly. All right. Other than that, I'll see you sometime next week.